What's happening? What's happening? We trapping. Let's get it. Shout out to everybody rocking, man. Sorry for the tardiness. Shout out to Tommy Montoya, Miss Regina Green with the green. Top Montana in the building, man. What's happening? Shout out to everybody rocking at the liquor store. You know, on this Saturday evening, this is a perfect time to go get your stuff together. You understand? Ain't that right, Mr. HTM?
Man, indeed, man. It's Saturday, and you can't have no better day. So y'all come on in. We got hen, got gin, whatever it takes to make you sin, man. The liquor store is open for business, and it's the liquor store around the corner from the trap, man. So you know what's going down.
It's going down, you understand me? Shout out to Tyler, man. Shout out to everybody rocking. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like and share for the squad. It will not charge a card. That is a promise. Shout out to Steven Harrison, man. Let's get this thing jumping. Hey, you know we got to make sure these haters are doing what they was created for and put on this earth to do. We got to make sure they keep on hating, man. So let's get this thing jumping. Let's make this trap jump around the corner. Let's get it. Y'all know what time it is. Let's go. Yeah. Shout out to everybody rocking, man. Let's get this jumping, man. Let's go. Let's go. Shout out to Miss Niece in the building, man. Let's get it. HTM Sports, Mr. Raymond Solis. Let's get it. Give these people a little chance to jump on in this thing, man. Let's get it. Hit that like and share for the squad, man. It will not charge a card. It's free. Shout out to Metris Adams in the building. Let's go. Big Bud Cowboys for life. Mr. Dwayne Brown in the building. Randy Jackson. Here we go. Let's get these likes up. Let's get these shares up. Let them know we trapping at the liquor store. You understand? Let's go. Yeah. DP Johnson in the building. What's happening? Hey. We trapping at the liquor store on a Saturday, man. You know what I'm saying? You need the best of both worlds on a Saturday. You need the trap and the liquor store. You understand? Let's get it. And they just in the way. Hey, you know they in the way, man. They just in the way, man. You already know that. Now you might think you at school or maybe at home or watching us through a phone. But I promise you, we drunk trapping on a Saturday, sir. We drunk trapping on a Saturday, sir. Make no mistake about it. What's happening with you, Mr. HTM Sports?
Man, over here trying to live righteous, but you know we in the trap in the liquor store, so it's gonna get a little nefarious on this Saturday afternoon, man. But how y'all doing in this world, man?
Said it get a little nefarious, huh? What happened?
Just a little bit, my boy.
Hold on. Okay. I thought my button ass started acting crazy. You know, you gotta check them buttons. But shout out to everybody rocking, man. Let's get into it. Now we want to discuss these cowboy cash cows we got coming on up here. Make no mistake about it. Now, in order for you to have a back-to-back 12-5 team, a successful team, a competitive team, a team that's regarded as top 2, top 3 in the conference by most people who got a working brain, you understand? By most people that got reasonable thought, you know what I'm saying, that hasn't been hating their entire life. The Cowboys are regarded as one of the better teams with a real legitimate shot to win it all, right? So when you have a team of that caliber, you're going to have a lot of players on there that deserve to get that check. You understand me? You already know that. And they going to help you do it. They going to prepare you to get to the next level. So we already know you got to pay what you weigh. So it's a lot of these players that we got to get that bag to, man. So which one of them you want to talk about first, Mr. HTM?
Well, since time is of the essence, let's talk about the one guy on the team that has no more contract years left. Let's start off with OG Trevon Diggs.
Okay, let's get it. Let's see. Mr. Trevon Diggs, do you have, let me see, I don't know. All right. What you want to talk about him? What is market looking like, Mr. ATM?
All right, so we're gonna go to over the cap first for the market, or what? So we're gonna pull up over the cap on the screen, or how you want to handle it?
Okay, we can put it up on the screen then. Let's get it. Wait a minute. Here we go. Bam, bam. That ain't it though. Here we go. Let's get it. All right, this is over the cap. So you want to see Trevon Diggs? You looking at his market where he is now, or you want to look at the whole cornerback market?
We need to look at the cornerback market to get a fix on what his money gonna look like. Because Trevon Diggs finna get a bag.
Absolutely. We already understand that he is one of the better corners, top 5, and he's not 5 through 4, in my opinion. You understand? Trap. Regardless of how you feel about Trey, you have to admit that he is one of the better ones. So this is the cornerback market. Jair Alexander making the most. Do I recall one of your better players that's another cash cow cooking this boy last year? Do I remember that?
You remember that correctly.
I ain't sure because y'all, I be tripping sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I might have been slightly too nefarious or something. I don't know. But if my memory serves me correct, I remember Mr. CeeDee Lamb cooking this boy. But okay, Jair Alexander, Denzel Ward, number 2, Jalen Ramsey, number 3, Marlon Humphrey, number 4, Marshawn Lattimore, number 5, Xavier Howard, 6, Tre'Darius White. I done heard of that name. I'm not too familiar with him, but he getting a lot of money.
Corner.
Okay, he getting a lot of money. Don't nobody look at Buffalo now. Come on now. But J.C. Jackson, he had a lot of interceptions. Didn't he come from New England, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I think he came from New England. Carlton Davis. But Darius Slay way down here, we don't got to go too far because we know Trey going to be up in there. So what you looking at with Mr. Trevon Diggs, Mr. ATM? Where does he fit in this hierarchy? And I do want to know how many people are close to getting paid, too. Because this whole list might rearrange.
Well, see, I'm not really sure about the other corners that are deserving of a contract just yet. When you look at the other young cornerbacks around the league, I think they still got a little bit of time to get paid. I don't think Pat Surtain is up for a contract just yet. Matter of fact, Pat Surtain is actually about to be up.
This is second year, right?
Pat Surtain got drafted in what, 20?
With Micah. He got drafted with Micah. So, yeah, he right there with Micah.
Next year. So, next year, Pat Surtain will be up for a contract. And then you look at other guys like Asante Samuel Jr. So there's not – I think out of all the guys that are coming up for contracts, I still think like Trevon Diggs is better. And when you just think about the production that Trevon Diggs has given the Dallas Cowboys, even from a historical standpoint, right? Because in Trevon Diggs' first 2 seasons as a Dallas Cowboy, he is second all time in career interceptions. Only Hall of Fame cornerback Everson Walls has more interceptions in his first 2 years than Trevon Diggs.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
Everson Walls had 18 interceptions through his first 2 seasons.
And he got 11 like his first year too, then.
Something like that.
I think he got 11 his first year or something. Or close.
Mm-hmm. And then when you look at the overall production of Trevon Diggs, in the landscape of the NFL. So Trevon Diggs since 2020, which is the year that he got drafted, has 17 interceptions. That is tied with J.C. Jackson for the most interceptions in the NFL in that time span.
And look, this was really interesting to me. Okay, out of all these top corners, right? Trevon Diggs' name ain't nowhere near here. Now I know he's still on his rookie deal, but that's like highway robbery right there, right?
It is.
Good Lord. Jordan Lewis is on here over Trevon Diggs, man. I'm going down. I still don't see Trey. Kelvin Joseph on here hiding. Then all the way down, you got Trevon Diggs right here. Go ahead.
I want you also to remember this. Anthony Brown made more money last year than Trevon Diggs did.
Let's see what his salary was last year. I see $6 million. Let's see what category that's on. Okay, the total value was $6 million. Average per year was what? Like one?
Let me see for Trevon.
Who in the world is Eric Scott? Oh, that's our rookie up here.
Yeah. Yeah, the total value of the contract, you know, of course he's gonna end up playing this is his 4th year, so of course he's gonna end up making that entire $6 million. But just keep this in mind, you know, like he's a 2nd round pick, did not make a lot of money. You know, as a matter of fact, his entire rookie contract was a little bit over $6 million, and Anthony Brown made $6 million last year alone.
That's crazy. That's crazy. So you mean to tell me Anthony Brown made basically more than Trevon Diggs' whole career last year?
Correct.
Oh my God, that's highway robbery. That's sad. That is sad. So we paid a guy to be bad that much. That what you telling me?
Yep.
We paid him $6 million to be pretty bad? That what you saying?
Huh?
You telling me we paid $6 million for him to be bad?
Yeah.
That's terrible. It's terrible when you think about that. Now Anthony Brown was a serviceable player for years now, so I ain't hating on him. But I'm just saying, like, that's pretty tough right there, right? Like, when you consider that and you getting all pro level cornerback play from Trevon Diggs, and you got CJ Goodwin right here down, not too far from him, like this is highway robbery, man. Trevon Diggs is a top 5 corner by most people measurements, and this man is grossly underpaid. So, do you got anything else you want to touch on with Trey, or you want to move on to the next position?
Well, we really still haven't talked about the actual contract that he is going to be deserving of. We talked about the fact of the things that he did to get paid, but we haven't touched on what a contract for him actually looks like.
Okay, we can come back to this screen and just discuss that, right?
Yeah, that'd be fine.
All right. So let's get it. Let's talk about what kind of money he probably gonna get.
All right. So we all know when it comes in terms of contracts, like a successful contract in the eyes of the player and the agent usually means that player resets the market in one of the key areas. They either should reset the market in APY, which is average per year, right? They should set it in overall guarantees, total guarantees, or total value. Now, for Trevon Diggs, right, we look here to see who has the most total guaranteed money is actually Denzel Ward. Denzel Ward has $71.2 million in total guarantees. Right? So if you're Trevon Diggs, you know, if that's the area you want to reset the market in, you should be looking to get about 73, 74. You know, 72 might be a little bit on the low end, but you should be looking for about 74 in total guaranteed money. Or, right, because you can also try and reset the market in fully guaranteed money, which is a little bit different because total guarantees, you know, there's still ways for some of that money to be voided. Fully guaranteed money means rain, sleet, or snow. You know, it's a go. You know, it's all green. That is your money. You know, if the world ended, if Jesus comes back, if you slip on a banana peel and you bruise your butt, you know, you're still gonna get the bucks. So, you know, in fully guaranteed money, the current high man is also Denzel Ward. He has 44.5 in fully guaranteed bread.
That's crazy.
And then when it comes to APY, of course, Jair Alexander leads the way. He's making $21 million a year on an $84 million contract. So it would have to look either Trevon Diggs is going to get $22 million a year, or he's going to end up getting, hold on, let me go back to the fully guaranteed, or he'll end up getting about 73, 74 in total guarantees, or about 45, 46 in fully guaranteed money. So that would be, you know, the landmarks that he would have to hit.
So he's definitely gonna have to be the highest paid corner.
He's gonna have to be the highest paid corner in some aspect.
He gonna have to beat some of them somewhere for them to even sit down. I feel like. You know, because like we talk about the dynamic between these players and then these agents and these teams. That's a 3-way street. You know what I'm saying? Because the agents have a reputation to uphold too. So they won't even if Trey want to take a decent friendly deal, it's not happening because the agent is not gonna allow him to do that for real. Like if it's he gonna do everything in his power to persuade him to go big market. You know what I'm saying? That works out well for the agent. So it's gonna be a hill we gotta climb if we talking about signing these players. It is.
Yeah, and you also got to think about it like this. What people be forgetting is the NFL players are in basically a union. And, they always push for the next guy who comes up to get more money. So it sets the table for the next guy after them to get more money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's because when it comes down to contract talks, it's always the owners against the players. And, the players will have each other's backs. That's why that's like when Dak Prescott came up for his money. A guy like Shannon Sharp, who usually downplays the boy, beat the table for him to get paid. Because, it's always going to be the players and former players against the ownership.
Shout out to Mika with the $10 super. I appreciate you, man. Shout out to you. She said,
shout out to Mickey for the $10 donation as well.
She always showing love. We appreciate you, Mickey. She says, hey, fellas, thank God it's the weekend. Just got off, so time to start sipping. Got that Henny in the trap. Hey, I'm feeling it. I understand, man. I understand that. You got that Henny in the trap. That's what time it is. Hey, soon as I log off, it's going down. It's going down. We can't be drinking at work. Well, allegedly. But let's go.
Allegedly. If
you work for yourself,
you can do what you want to do.
Yeah,
And right now, over here at HTM Sports LLC, and Alabama LLC,
facts.
We might have something on deck.
Yeah, understand me? Yeah, I might have to go and place my order, holler upstairs. Bring me something down here now. You understand? But yeah, you're right about that. But we was talking about, like I said, with the agent what complicates things. And then how the Cowboys get down. We wanna muddy the waters, and then the Jones will wanna make fingers get pointed. That's how they used to operate. Now, when I seen some of the news came out, maybe we finna do a change of the tide. We finna see a shift in the culture to where they don't drag their players through the mud just to get a deal done with them. You know what I'm saying? I think that'll be a good change in the culture of our team. Hopefully that's what the direction we going in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and for my friend Danny, I know you're not as high on Trevon Diggs as other people, but you'll be hard pressed to find another corner, that you get the same production from. Now, you might be able to make the argument that you could possibly find a guy who's overall a better coverage corner, but you will not find a guy that can get you 17 interceptions. And he's an all-pro. So, all-pro, made 2 Pro Bowl selections. He probably right now the best corner in the NFC.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So, I understand you may not be super high on him right now, but, you also got to remember, he's gotten better every single season. So, any area in his game that you're not high on, there's still a possibility that he can get better. He's only actually been playing cornerback
5-6 years.
About 5 years right now.
So look, this what I want to do. When we start, this is what's crazy about being a Cowboy content creator and fan. We talking about the best players in the league, some of the best players that we have, the NFL has to offer at their respective positions. But we got to battle our own people about their standings. Is that not silly?
I mean, it is what it is.
That's silly right there. So, Danny, I just want you to name me 5 respectable corners that you would, without a shadow of a doubt, take over Trey. Then we can move on. 5.
Yeah, and listen, I respect Ray Lewis, but I don't give a damn about his opinion about my team. 1, because, his opinion is not going to get us a Super Bowl. 2, when you talk about contact from a cornerback, you can't really name too many cornerbacks that even tackle. You know what I'm saying? Like, the best tackling cornerback in the league right now is who? Probably not Patrick Peterson. What's the other boy that used to play for Baltimore?
Marcus Peters or something.
Marcus Peters, and that boy gave up 10 touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? That man gave up 10 touchdowns. So it's always a give and take. You can find you a physical corner that can't cover, or you can find you a good coverage corner that can get interceptions that can't really tackle. So it's always a give and take with that. So every
position has its pros and cons, man. One of the cons at corner is you're not gonna be a great tackler, bro. It's everybody knows this. Like, that's why they run toss sweeps and stuff like that, to get outside to expose the corner lack of tackling. Right? Like, most corners don't tackle well, bro. Like, this is just normal stuff.
Hold on, Danny. You act like Charles Haley and Ray Lewis only played with Hall of Fame players. They played with some guys that were worse than Trevon Diggs. You know what I mean? And listen, Deion Sanders' ass did not tackle. You know what I'm saying? He is the best corner there ever was.
Shout out to Patrice Langford real quick with the 199. She says, "What's up, Trap? Casamigos, Anijo on deck." I'm not sure about the last one, but I know Casamigo. You know what I'm saying? Trap. That lets you know how nefarious I am. I read Casamigo just fine. That's crazy. But go ahead and continue. But like, I'm just saying with Trey, bro, like, come on now. This is one of the better corners in the league. That's unanimous. If you got, okay, Danny, if he ain't top 5, he better be top 10. If he ain't top 10, we got to fight. I'm sorry. We got to have a digital duel.
You can't be outside the top 5, be an all-pro. You know what I mean? It's not how it works.
Well, yeah. That ain't even. See, I'm trying to throw him extend an olive branch or something to give his argument a little hope. But that's not even logical for him to be an all-pro, and he's not a top 5 corner. So I don't know what to do for you.
I mean, it's all good. Like I said, we can disagree. That's okay. So Danny Savage agrees he's top 5.
So he must just be 5. You up here arguing with semantics, Danny? Come on, bro. Look, he like the church music. I gotta preach on you then, Danny. Come on now.
Oh, okay. Danny said cap wise. I like the Oregon, but I feel like like we going to church, but like like Danny said, just saying cap wise, he odd man out. I'm gonna tell you why that is not actually the case, because if the Dallas Cowboys get an extension done with Dak Prescott, they would clear anywhere between $26.2 million and $39 million. So theoretically, the Dallas Cowboys, just by extending Dak Prescott, will have enough cap space to re-sign Trevon Diggs, to re-sign CeeDee Lamb, and to also give Micah Parsons a new contract. You also leave out the fact the Dallas Cowboys will get an additional $10 million on June the 2nd from when they cut Ezekiel Elliott. So theoretically, the Dallas Cowboys still, right now to this day, have $28 million, and then they can clear more cap space by getting that Prescott extension done.
Facts.
So money is not an issue. The issue is the Dallas Cowboys doing the right thing, like Spike Lee. And what's up with you, DC for Life, Texas? I see you. Thank you for coming in, showing love and support to the channel.
Already, man. Shout out to everybody rock. Shout out to C. Burles and everybody sliding in late. Shout out to y'all, man. We appreciate all the love and support. But yeah,
you brought up Dak. Do you want to segue to that contract? Because this gonna be
the one that's gonna take 35 minutes probably. Shout out to landlord from Wakanda, man, with the 199. He says God made linebackers to tackle, cornerback for life. Hey, you must have played cornerback, and that sound like, you know what I'm saying? That sound like a cornerback talking, man. And this is what I want people to understand, Danny. This is all I want to say before we move on to Dak. Like, everybody has their lane. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that corners should never tackle, but I'm just saying that you shouldn't be looking for them to be a sure-handed tackle all the time. Like, that's like you trying to move a house and you got a Lamborghini. Like, what, you gonna have to go get you a truck, sir. Like, that's not what it's for. Trey is the Lamborghini in this case. If you need somebody to tackle, you need to go get somebody else more than likely. You know what I'm saying? Even though he can tackle. Like, this is what people don't understand. It's a difference between what you capable of doing and what's the optimal thing to do. Like, you are capable of putting water in your car and letting it run instead of antifreeze, but you need to probably put antifreeze in that thing. You know what I'm saying? The water gonna only do so much, it only is gonna last so long. So even though just because somebody is capable, that don't mean that's the optimal thing to do. The best thing is you need somebody who can tackle better. And that's not optimal for having a cornerback to be tackling. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Like, a tight end is bigger than a running back. Corners don't even want to tackle running backs. Like, that's what everybody mad about. And then, to be honest, to be 100% honest before we move on, I showed y'all, like, at least by 8 games deep in the season, Trevon Diggs hadn't missed a tackle. Now, you can take that how you want to take it. Because I'm going to take it with a grain of salt. I think Trey was making tackles, but that also can mean that he wasn't attempting many, though. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, but you can take it like that, too. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, shout out to Thomas Howe. Hey, shout out to T Smooth TV for the donation, my guy. I appreciate you for the love, my brother. But yeah, I'm also going to say this. You know, like, if I'm not mistaken, that last year was actually Trevon Diggs' best year as a tackle.
That's what I'm saying. That's why we just mad about the situation that happened. That's all. Yeah. I understand that, though. I understand that.
Yeah, and listen, I understand it too. I felt like I would have took the penalty over him letting the man catch the ball.
Yeah,
I would have blew Cuz up. But
so we're not excusing it. We get it. We get where you're coming from, but you just can't dwell on that and say he's not a good tackler when. Hey, Chata said he only missed 3 tackles all year. You know what I'm saying? So we can't just harp on that saying that he's not a good tackler. And he actually won you the Bengals game with a tackle. Like, people forget that. His tackle won us the game against the Bengals. If they would have got that first down, they probably would have scored.
Yeah, that man had 59 tackles last year. So let me see tackles amongst corners. Who had the most? 2022. All right, Jalen Petrie. Hold on. All right, so it doesn't actually break it down for corners because I know Jalen Petrie is a damn safety.
Probably because nobody care. But go ahead.
Yeah. So the defensive back with the most tackles was a safety, Jalen Petrie, and he had 99. But he also played for Houston. They won 2 games.
Shout out to T Smooth with the $2 cash out. Shout out to Landlord from Wakanda with another $1.99. He said Diggs was soft in the playoffs, and that's my guy. I mean, like I said, what I look like arguing with you about that? If you feel like he was soft just because of that one play, because I'm sure we all know what play we talking about. So if you gonna say that, if you gonna make that decision off of that one play, I can't get mad at you because it was a big play. You know, he kind of let us down in that moment. I'm not mad at y'all for that. But all I'm saying is you can't make that his whole reputation. You can't erase everything else he done just because you was mad that he didn't make that tackle. You see what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't have a clean slate after that. That's all I'm saying.
That and the drought interception. I was more upset about the dropped interception than I was the damn tackles.
Cause you do the interception, so like you can't give me that. Know what I'm saying? Like you can't give me that. That
is the play that actually pissed me off.
Yeah.
But you know the tackle, I wasn't too much tripping about that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like there would have been a penalty anyway. He hit the boy. He juggling the ball. You know how soft the NFL is now.
Facts.
So I was more upset about the dropped interception. But you know, that's neither here nor there. The same way I've been trying to give Dak Prescott grace because he didn't play up the par in the playoffs. It's the same thing with me and Trevon Diggs. I know the overall player is still a very good player. So, you know, I don't want to throw the baby out with the bathwater, so to speak.
Facts. So now we can segue until our boy, Mr. Dak Prescott. You know, he's surgical with it, in my opinion, you know.
You know I'm surgical with this bitch, Jake.
So let's talk about Dak Prescott. You know what I'm saying? He said he's surgical with it, and he was talking to Jake Ferguson. Yeah, if you didn't know what I meant by that, you know, he's surgical with it, Jake. But yeah, man. So this is one of the more controversial topics that we're gonna talk about. But it shouldn't be. That's what's so crazy. It shouldn't be. You know, you got one of the better quarterbacks in the league, top 10, wherever you want to put him at. If he outside 11 or something like that, I might have to fight you. But a quarterback that has been pretty successful, he has been having his team competitive every year that he's been healthy. So, of course, a lot of teams will pay for that. A lot of teams will pay for that. A lot of people like us, we've been spoiled. We had Tony Romo, then went right into another good quarterback in Dak Prescott. Ask Washington about the torturous, you know what I'm saying, horror that they feel about not having a quarterback. Y'all need to go back and look at that. Man, they said the last person that threw 30 touchdowns for Washington, that man ain't played since before I was born. Like, it's crazy. In the 60s. What is it? I can't think of his name. I don't want to do him like that. But
it was 1969. I forgot the name.
Yeah, the Chicago Bears never had one. And that's just crazy. So y'all need to respect the fact that y'all have a good quarterback. Even if we don't win it all every year, can we at least agree to this? We have a fair shot. I'm telling you, that's what your quarterback should do. He should put you in position to have a shot to make it. Your quarterback shouldn't be the one who picking up his team, carrying them up the hill. That's not how you're going to be successful from most quarterbacks. So if your quarterback give you a shot to be in the playoffs and actually have a chance to go win it all, I think he pretty much did a lot of his job. Now, of course, I needed him to play a little better against San Francisco and stuff like that. We needed him to play better. But to say that he just, like, you can't win with him just because he didn't get that, I think that's just foolishness in my opinion. That's just crazy.
Well, I want y'all, and I agree with that, because, I want y'all to put things into perspective. Because, listen, you do not need the best quarterbacks in the world to win a Super Bowl. Jim McMahon, average quarterback, won a Super Bowl. Right? I know he gets love for being super cool, wearing the shades, drinking on the sidelines and shit. Very average quarterback back in the day. 85 Bears had one of the best defenses ever. Then you look at a guy like Brad Johnson. He was never this super elite quarterback throwing for putting up numbers like Aaron Rodgers. Nobody like that.
Facts.
You go around the league. There's been plenty of average quarterbacks that have won Super Bowls, and then there's several quarterbacks that are probably going to make it to the Hall of Fame that are going to retire without rings. Cam Newton was a Rookie of the Year and won an MVP. Steve McNair was an MVP. He never won a Super Bowl. He went, but he didn't win one. Dan Marino, one of the best quarterbacks ever. Fran Tarkenton was so cold. He was playing in the 60s, and he still ended up throwing for almost 50,000 yards. You know what I'm talking about? So he never won a Super Bowl. He played for the Vikings. So, there's plenty of great quarterbacks that did not win a Super Bowl, and then there's plenty of average ones that did. So that cannot be the litmus test on deciding if a quarterback is good. When you look at Dak Prescott's individual numbers, his individual accolades, and things along those lines, you cannot come to a conclusion that he is not currently a top 10 quarterback. So if you are top 10 within your position, you should always be in line to get paid.
Shout out to Choctaw Montana with the $2 super. I appreciate you, sir. He says, all tough fans, can you suit up today? If not, relax. Hey, man, chill out, man. Say you got to relax. But, yeah, man, all I'm saying is, like, you just painted the perfect picture. Like, bro, it is hard to win a Super Bowl, man. With, like, I don't think y'all really understand. Like, I'm not here to, give Brady all this credit. I hate to do that, but Brady, we were witnessing something that's not gonna ever happen again. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of people take that for granted and think like, hey, he's winning Super Bowls like it's easy. Like he's shooting layups and winning Super Bowls like second nature. That's not something that typically happens. And a lot of people are not gonna be able to accomplish nothing close to that. So we need to realize like how rare it is to win a Super Bowl. It's not as common as the Patriots made it look. Them boys were cheating for one. Like, let's not forget that. They actually had to cheat to get some of them done. So I think when people look at that and try to compare, they say comparison is the thief of all joy. So you see them and you like, oh, we have no joy because we can't win Super Bowls like that. But your team has been successful. Maybe you seen it, maybe you not. Because you so young, or you maybe, if you older, you seen it. But all we saying is, man, it is a very difficult task to win a Super Bowl. Look how long it took the Eagles to win. And the team that you wish you was right now, that a lot of people think the world of, the Kansas City Chiefs, it took them how long to win one? Like 60 years?
It was a long ass drought.
I think that first one, it took them like 60 years or something, if I ain't mistaken.
They won their first title back in the 60s, but it took them about 60 years to get back.
That's what I'm saying. It took them 60 years to win one. That's what I'm saying. Like that's not like a typical thing that's happening even for the good franchise that y'all look at. So it's not an easy thing. The reason that it rings so loud in Cowboy Nation in Dallas is because we are America's team. You know what I'm saying?
We are
that's
America's
why.
Team. The most watched. The most hated.
This is
y'all
why it happens.
But y'all tuning in every Sunday.
Because now we the only team with a timer, with a clock that people count day by day how long it take us to win the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? We the only team like that. So everybody else get excuses. Everybody else, they don't even talk about their timer. The Cowboys is the only team with a timer. How long, they know exactly how long it's been since when we won. San Francisco got an even longer drought, but nobody talks about that. San Francisco ain't won a Super Bowl in 1 year more than us. They got the Super Bowls. They went to a Super Bowl. They went to NFC championships, but they haven't won in even longer than us. You see what I'm saying? But nobody talks about this. So that's why you got to really lay off a lot of that noise, because they want you to feel the pressure. The Cowboys ain't doing it. The Cowboys ain't doing it. When the truth is, ain't nobody hardly doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the truth. The truth is, ain't nobody hardly doing this. It is difficult. You know what I'm saying? So for when people try to make that, like you said, the litmus test of, are we going to be a great quarterback or not? Oh, it's Super Bowl or bust. That is idiotic. That is not smart. That's not a smart idea, a smart way to go look about it. That's all I'm saying.
Right. And just to talk about real quick before we look at the overall numbers, just to talk about the things that Dak Prescott has done to warrant the contract, let's just delve into that a little bit further. So for one, like, I'm not even gonna look at everything else he did. I'm just gonna look at the last 2 years since he signed his last contract. He just signed his extension, right before the 2021 season. So since that point, Dak Prescott has played in 28 football games. He played in 16 in 2021, and he played in 12 last year. Out of those 28 games, he won 19 of them. Right, so Dak Prescott over the last 2 years is 19-8. Great number as a starting quarterback. When you look at the individual numbers that he's done, he set the franchise record in passing touchdowns for a singular season with 37. Right? Nobody else did that. Not Roger Staubach, not Tony Romo, not Troy Aikman. Right? Then when you backdoor and you look at what he accomplished, in cumulative numbers, he actually passed Troy Aikman, for second most touchdowns in franchise history. So the only Dallas Cowboy player who has more passing touchdowns than Dak Prescott, who, remember, he was not even a throwing quarterback when he came out of college, is Tony Romo, the gunslinger that y'all love. I'm not saying anything bad about Tony, but I just wanted to put that in perspective.
Let me get this super real quick. Make sure you hold on to your thought. Shout out to you,
worry.
got us the poet with the 555. She says, and how many teams can say they going to 6? I'll wait. Hey, man. They act like Super Bowls got a what they call it, like a expiration date or something. Like they go bad. Like, I don't think they understand what time it is. Like, bro, we got 5. Don't let nobody tell you in this timeline and that timeline. The reason they putting restrictions on what they talking about is so they can get the advantage. You know what I'm saying? Don't ever let an Eagles fan tell you, well, y'all ain't did it in this long. Boy, y'all got one ring. I don't want to hear from you. Listen, you can't even sit at the table with me, sir.
Hold on. Hey, segregation, you know.
Wait a minute.
Like,
what we talk about that? Like, hold on, wait a minute.
Hold on.
What is y'all talking about, man?
This is what I'm talking
Okay.
about. Listen. I said, the Eagles' playoffs drought lasted. They Super Bowl drought lasted longer than segregation did, my man. They had no room. Folks was counted as half a person. March got free. Then became president before these won a title. So don't let them tell you anything.
You scared before me. I thought we was getting demonetized today. You know what I'm saying? Trap. I thought it was demonetization time over here in the trap. You know what I'm saying? You gotta watch it. And you done went off on a tangent a couple times. You got me scared. You got me paranoid now. Don't do it. Him be having that road rage sometimes. DP Johnson.
Before I lose my thought, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, so before I lose my thought real quick.
Go on, finish.
And then when you look at like his playoff performance, that was the best overall playoff performance by a Dallas Cowboys quarterback in franchise history. When you looked at, he had 5 touchdowns, no turnovers, and the margin of victory. So like Dak Prescott did that, and that was your first road playoff win in 30 years, my friend.
Yeah, and had a spectacular game and beat one of the all-time greats. But he gets no love for that. He gets no love for it. That's what I'm telling you. It's a lot of moving the goalposts go on when it comes to Dak Prescott. It's a lot of it. It's a lot of quarterbacks that get way more grace than he does. All I ask is, if you're going to be a jerk, just be fair. You know what I'm saying? Be a jerk to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Don't be a jerk to the people you dislike and then be cool with the people you like. Be a jerk to everybody, then we cool. If you just always a jerk, we cool. Like Choctaw always want to argue. Like, we cool. I know where he at. You know what I'm saying? What my other guy, the Quincy Coleman. Most time he want to argue. I know where he stand. So just be fair with your analysis with everybody. That's the only way we can have a foundation. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I look at it. That's why I rock with the people I rock with. I don't want you to be up and down, because now we don't have a leg to stand on when we discussing things. Just be fair. You know what I'm saying? That's all I ask.
So let's go ahead and take a look at the money it will take, to retain the services of one Rain Dakota Prescott.
Going over the cap, huh?
We're going to over the cap.
Let's see. Bam.
All right. Let's get the quarterback market pulled up.
QBs. Bam. There we go.
All right, so we're looking at quarterbacks.
This the big bag. This right here make you sweat when you look at it. I'm like, good. This the big bag area right here.
Facts. So let's take a look at what the quarterbacks are making. So the biggest APY right now is Lamar Jackson. He's making $52 million a year. Jalen Hurts is making $51 million a year. Aaron Rodgers, who is 40 years old, is making $50.2 million a year. Russell Wilson, who has not had a good season in 3 years, is making $49 million a year. And then Kyler Murray, who has been bad for a very long time but has escaped scrutiny because nobody gives a damn about the Arizona Cardinals.
Wait a minute.
Is making $46.
You shooting them big shots at that young man. Hey, he getting them straight at his head. He ain't looked them dead in his eyes and said, "You trash." Just continue. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You're fine. And that man is making $46.1 million a year, and that's your top 5. You can, he's saying nobody in the top 5 of getting paid right now has won a Super Bowl this century, or this decade. Because Russell Wilson, like last time he won a championship, I was in college.
And then 3 of these quarterbacks didn't have more success than Dak last year. 4 of them. Well, what Aaron Rodgers and them, they didn't even make the playoffs. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. The Ravens, they got put out early, then, or did they make the playoffs? They made the first round, didn't it?
They made the playoffs, but Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, he went there though. I give him that pass. But 2 out of the top 5 You know what I'm saying? 3 out of top 5 ain't did nothing as what Dak did last year, and Dak had a bad year last year. You know what I'm saying? I can see it. This is his best year or something.
Yeah, comparably. So let's just talk about it. As we already said, in order for Dak to be happy, the agent to be happy, you know, they will have to reset the market in either A, guarantees, or B, annual money. Well, LaShawn Watson, who also ain't did shit,
Facts.
Set the NFL record with $230 million fully guaranteed, every penny guaranteed in that contract.
Freaking man. Freaking man.
Super freaking man.
Oh man.
Oh man. Hey, so we know that nobody else is going to get that. Jalen Hurts, his fully guaranteed money is 110. Russell Wilson's fully guaranteed money is 124, and Lamar Jackson's guaranteed money is 135. Now, I think, you know, because of the situation, you know, no other team is going to fully guarantee a contract again. I think, you know, probably 145, 150, 140 in fully guaranteed money, putting him above Lamar Jackson will get it done. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and guarantees, yeah.
In fully guaranteed.
Ain't nobody gonna mess with Deshaun. This boy got $230 million guaranteed. Good Lord.
Hey, Deshaun Watson got $230 million to be less successful than Dak Prescott.
And y'all on Dak top. Deshaun Watson sleeping peacefully at night. This is what I don't get. You know what I'm saying? Like, ugh, that's terrible. If we were paying that type of money, boy, they'll be marching on Dak. Well, it'll be a historical event. The march on Dak Prescott going on right now. But them boys will have signs and everything, man. You know they wouldn't stand for that. So, hey.
Hoodlum, what's up with you, my boy? Thank you for tapping in and showing love to the channel, my man.
What's going on with you, Hoodlum? But yeah, man, they'll be marching on Dak. That boy getting paid that much money and ain't did nothing. So, we don't want to hear. We just trying to test the logic of the way some people be thinking. Because it's way worse cases out here that get nobody bats an eye at. We'll just say that.
Hey, real quick. Hey, shout out to DC4 Life for the raffle entry. I thank you for showing love and support to the channel, my guy.
Absolutely.
And if y'all did not know, we're still doing a jersey raffle for a Dallas Cowboy jersey. And if you want to participate, you got between now and the 31st to send at least $5 to $Henny the more, because all it takes is $5 to get an entry. So if you want a chance, you know, hit the Cash App. Is if you can't see it from landlord's side, it's pinned at the top of my chat box.
Okay. You can say it out, $Henny the more.
$Henny the more.
Okay.
And if you don't know how to spell the more, it's MOOR.
All right, absolutely. But let's get back into big time, big cash cow, Mr. Dak Prescott. You know what I'm saying? And look, we could have been, mind you, before you get mad and get, you know, impatient and want to call Dak selfish and all of that, your front office could have been did this deal. Keep that in mind. They could have jumped Lamar and Hurts. So make sure you think about that before you say, oh, Dak want all of this money. You could have had them cheaper if you would have worked something out before those two. So let's continue.
Right. So now let's go back. We talked about the guaranteed money. We know he's not gonna get $230 million 9 times out of 10.
Nah.
So you know, like probably like 145, 150.
If he beat everybody else, if he get like 140, I think he good. He get $140 million guaranteed. He'll beat everybody. He'll be at the top with the fully guaranteed. Outside of the craziness the Browns doing with Deshaun Watson.
Right. And then let's take a look at the APY. Lamar Jackson gets the most money a year. His contract is good for $52 million a year. And it really just went like $1 million above, right? Aaron Rodgers was the highest guy. And then the next highest guy was Jalen Hurts. He got 51 after Aaron Rodgers got 50. Mm-hmm. And they just slapped another $1 million on it. Like, boom, we'll get Lamar 52. So let's say that Dak is the same way. Let's say Dak
53.
About 53. And listen, I want y'all to remember before you say $53 million is too high. Like, if you look at the first 3 years of Jalen Hurts extension, none of those years are even is even over $40 million.
Yeah.
Right. The third year of that contract is like $30-something million. Like the first 2 years are under $20 million. So like the way that these contracts are structured are very cap friendly. There's going to probably be some dead years at the back of it to allow for lesser cap hits. They're going to be backloaded. The contract will be backloaded a little bit. That gives you time to get another extension done in case you like the end result of what you see from Prescott. So like it will be, palatable, for you to digest that contract. So don't worry about what it says on paper. Just worry about the cap hits, and they will be able to work out to get the cap hits pretty decent.
This is something I want to touch on too. You remember I was telling you, basically, a good quarterback is basically getting paid to give his team an opportunity here. Like, he's not getting paid to carry the whole team to a Super Bowl. Like, he's not. And this right here proves it. Look, the top 15 quarterbacks on here, are they winning Super Bowls? Let's see this. Like, let's see this now. You got Pat Mahomes, he's winning them. Okay, Matthew Stafford has one. Who else? Aaron Rodgers ain't had none in years, and he definitely ain't had none with the Jets yet. Russell Wilson got a couple, but other than that,
Russell Wilson got one, and that's been over a decade. So I know that folks love Russ. I love Russ too. But it's a damn near decade since this man won the championship.
So okay, when we take that into perspective, how many quarterbacks out of the top 15 that got him? Then that's like 5.
Yeah, because Jared Goff did not get one. Kirk Cousins ain't got one. Derek Carr never won a playoff game. Josh Allen went to the AFC Championship, got blown out. Deshaun Watson has more massages than playoff wins. Kyler Murray ain't shit.
Wait a minute.
Hold on.
Hold on, bro. You can't just brush over that. You just gonna bust out of college, man. Say this man ain't shit. Good grief. Hey.
Never gonna beat shit.
This is what we doing when we drunk trapping. So I'm with you though. I just couldn't let that just slide on by. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Yeah. So we talking about what the other guys have done. Kyler Murray ain't got no playoff wins. Deshaun Watson got one. Josh Allen got 4. So wow. Daniel Jones has 1. Kirk Cousins has 1. Ryan Tannehill, I don't know. I think he has 2. I think he got 2, 3 maybe.
They did reach an AFC championship though, didn't it? But like I said, that's an opportunity. That's not a championship. You know what I'm saying? You're giving your team an opportunity to win it. You know what I'm saying? That's all they asking from these top quarterbacks. And once you get that opportunity, nobody knows what can happen. You could pull off a miracle, anything. You know what I'm saying? You just wanna sit at the table. That's my whole point, and I think this illustration right here shows it perfectly. These are the people who getting paid the most money in the league. And there's only like 4 or 5 of them that actually won one before, and most of them was years ago. So that ain't even what they getting paid for right this moment. You see what I'm saying? So right. I just want y'all to know that.
Micah H. Like I said, I like Russell Wilson, but like 10 years is a long ass time. I did not even have grandchildren 10 years ago.
You know what I mean? So that's all I'm saying. I'm just showing y'all that they pay for their quarterbacks to get them the opportunity. Don't you think the other teams, I said 15. Now, it's a couple of teams on here that got good players that they might have been still on rookie contracts and stuff like that. But I guarantee you the majority of these rest of these teams will pay anything in their power to be up here with the competitive teams. It don't like they just want a quarterback to make them competitive. Like the Chargers, I mean, look at the Panthers. They just got Bryce Young. So they would have paid anything just to be competitive. You know what I'm saying? They just want to be competitive, bro. So that's what a good quarterback does.
You remember Eastside came in here, beat his chest. We gonna get 9 wins, boy.
Yeah. We gonna get Bryce Young. They got CJ Stroud, so we gonna see. Yeah, and yeah, he was breathing his chest just to get 9 wins. Like that. That's what I think people don't understand. Like they just want to be competitive. It's teams that's so terrible. They will beat on their chest to be competitive. So I just think people need to realize that that's what a good quarterback does. Since Dak has been your quarterback, you guaranteed to be amongst the playoff teams, 10 plus wins if he healthy. You guaranteed. It ain't, man, Dak ain't never had a Deshaun Watson year where he played the whole year and he won 4 games. That ain't never happened to Dak. So people need to realize, bro, they give you a chance to win. They want a dance. They want a ticket to the dance. That's all they want. That's all they want. And you never know what happens when you get in the playoffs. So I think that was just a good illustration to show them, like, bro, people paying for competitiveness. At the end of the day, they want to be competitive.
And listen, I agree completely. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, you can't win a Super Bowl, you know, because there's like we be talking about order of operation, you know, PEMDAS. You know what I'm saying? You got to go and do things in the correct order. Well, you know, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to go to the playoffs if you don't win your division, right?
Fact.
And then, you know, that's the first order of business, try to win your division. And then, you know, once you get to win your division, you know you got a playoff game. So now you're just trying to win a playoff game at that point before you even think about winning a damn Super Bowl.
Facts.
So, you know, they got to have shit to build on. Like, you just can't go from preseason to the Super Bowl. It don't work like that. You gotta play the regular season, be in position to go to the big dance. Yep. You know, be in position to compete, be in position to, you know, so it's all about just building on, you know, your progress and using the 17 games you're allowed in the regular season to have the best opportunity to be in position to play in the playoffs.
And then think about this. One quick point. Most of the good teams that's in the dance, they just want consistency. Because, look, they know that it's a dice roll. Once you competitive, once you keep being in the dance, you just figure like, hey, it's going to fall our way one of these years. You know what I'm saying? Like, we going to get our time. We keep getting in the dance. Some of this stuff might play in our favor. You might be playing the Chiefs and Pat Mahomes go down or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, some stuff just happen in your favor sometimes. Like the Eagles. Look what happened to the Eagles last year. That was the perfect storm for them to get to the Super Bowl. San Francisco couldn't find. They went to Walmart trying to find a quarterback. You know what I'm saying? They going to Dollar General to get a quarterback at this point. So that was the reason that happened was the Eagles got a ticket to the dance. They was in there. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole beauty of getting there, being competitive. If that would have happened to us, y'all, that's why I don't give them a whole lot of credit for that game. If that would have happened to us, we would have won too. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
I agree with that. I agree with that wholeheartedly. So we talked about Dak, his contract, what he done to earn it, and, you know, top 10 in all major passing categories for quarterbacks all time, top 25 in win percentage. Never had a losing record. 5th most wins since coming into the league. You know, 2 playoff wins. Best Dallas Cowboys postseason performance in franchise history. He's done enough to get a second contract. He's earned it. So let's move on. Facts,
man. Yeah, they went to Walmart, bro. They went. They had a rollback candidate over there. They told the quarterback to drop back, and he rolled back like Walmart prices, didn't it, man? You know?
Y'all crazy.
Y'all know what I mean, man. I ain't missing nothing, did it? Y'all know when I'm on that other screen, I can't see nothing. Yeah, I see DC for life with a $5 super sticker. I appreciate you, Mr. DC for life. Thank you, sir. But yeah, man, that's all we saying, man. They pay for competitiveness at the end of the day. I know it's hard to believe, but you want consistent competitiveness because at the end of the day, once you get there, one of them years it might go your way. You know what I'm saying? It might go your way one of them years.
True.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's move on to the next player though.
Who was the next player? We of course you want to do Micah. I mean, I don't even think that shouldn't take long. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it ain't, but you know, I want to big up CeeDee Lamb real quick.
Okay, let's talk about our boy Mr. CeeDee Lamb. Then you want to go to the market, or you want to just tell us about the reasons why he should?
We'll start with the reasons why he should. Then we'll go to the market. You know, neither one of these should take too long. I think everybody, based off his last season, is high on him. I think everybody, based on Micah Parsons' body of work, is high on him. So these ain't gonna take long at all to, you know, get people to understand where we're coming from. So just to start off with OG CeeDee Lamb.
Wait a minute. Yeah, you came in here to troll, didn't you? This Ultra Cowboy, he done changed his name. I know you, sir. Y'all so wild. Hey, man, we gonna let you rock out, though, man. Chill out, bro. Go ahead on. That boy said 49. That's how you feeling, my guy. But go ahead.
All right. So, yeah, man, I almost blew my concentration.
Yeah, that's coming up with that foolish name, man. Go ahead.
All right, so CeeDee Lamb is in the record books for the Dallas Cowboys already. I know people don't know this, but CeeDee Lamb has the most receptions by any Dallas Cowboy wide receiver over his first 3 seasons. CeeDee Lamb has 260 receptions. That's more than Dez Bryant in his first 3 years, more than Jason Witten, more than Michael Gallup, more than Drew Pearson, more than Michael Irvin. So he is in the record book by himself, with 260 receptions over his first 3 years. Elite production.
Facts.
Right? Then you go on and you look at his receiving yards, right? He is also top in that aspect. CeeDee Lamb has 3,396 yards in his first 3 seasons, which is the most. That's more than Dez Bryant. That's more than Michael Irvin, who people be forgetting started a little slow. More than Drew Pearson. So he is already in the record books for production in his first 3 seasons. No Dallas Cowboys wide receiver has started his career better than CeeDee Lamb has. Right, so let's put that out there on the table. So salute to CeeDee Lamb for that. Then I need you to factor in the fact that CeeDee Lamb is coming off of back-to-back seasons with 1,100 yards or more. Right, he had one of the best, seasons in Dallas Cowboy history in terms of yardage. Just last year. Right now, in fact, let me get this pulled up so I can give y'all the exact numbers and the exact people that he is ahead of or behind him. All right, so he actually had a season with the second most receptions by any Dallas Cowboy wide receiver. Michael Irvin set the record in '95 with 111. CeeDee Lamb is second. He had 107 receptions. No other Dallas Cowboy wide receiver has had a 100 reception season before, besides CeeDee Lamb and Michael Irvin. Then, when you look at his overall production for that season, that was the 5th best receiving season by a Dallas Cowboy wide receiver ever. He had 1,359 yards. That's only behind Michael Irvin in '95. He had 603. Irvin in '91 had 1,523. Irvin in '92 had 1,396. And Dez Bryant in 2012 had 1,382 yards. So, like CeeDee Lamb, the season he had last year is only behind those years. So he had the 5th most productive season ever. He even had a better season than Terrell Owens did in 2007. Because T.O. only had 1,355 yards.
Okay, I just did a poll, man, because that name is bothering me, so I'm sorry. I just did a poll. You coming here with the 49ers on your name. Hey, we gotta vote. Now the voters in the chat, y'all let me know what time it is, because I think that's a little too far. You already saying a lot of stuff, so, I'm sorry.
Also, Dak Prescott is 5-2 against the San Francisco 49ers. His only 2 losses were those 2 playoff games. Y'all have never beat him outside of that, so good luck with that.
Yeah, you might as well be a Niners fan at this point, sir. I'm sorry. There's only so much I can tolerate, man. I try to let trolls even rock out. You know what I'm saying? Like, no lie. Y'all know me. I love trolls, because I'm going to cook you. You come to the trap playing with me, you're getting cooked. You need to know that. Trap. So I don't mind a little, back and forth against the grain, but you coming in here with a 49ers on your name, and then you dissing Dak with it? I don't know. I'm going to leave it to the people. You know what they say? It's above me now. So we're going to see what the results is when we get done. So, but, of course, CeeDee Lamb supposed to be getting his money, and I think this year It's scary hours for them boys in. It's scary hours for them boys in. He ain't got to do it by himself no more. That what you telling me? Mm-hmm. You gave them somebody else to worry about over there? Shh. Then with a more healthy Michael Gallup, come on now. You already know CD finna cook. So all I want you to know is be ready, because a lot of us like to turn on these players once they get their money. But CD finna get his bag. We got stars on this team though, y'all. It ain't like we paying them. This what I would be getting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I love spending other people's money.
People be acting like we paying them. Like, bro, we ain't paying them. We got stars on this team who finna represent and help us be on our way. So I don't know, man. I don't mind paying my stars because I want them to stay on my team. That's all I'm saying. Like, I don't get it. So y'all need to make sure y'all remember that, man. Man, Mickey talking about something. Mickey told him to look at him dead in his face and said, man. Hey, I'm going to leave it to the people, though, because I said it's above me now, bro. You come here with I can't rock with that. I would never put 49ers on my name. Ever. I don't care who I'm mad at. Like, no, sir. Then that's probably the Dallas Cowboys' biggest rival for real.
Mm-hmm. Sure ain't the Eagles sorry ass one title.
That's probably our real biggest rival ever. And you coming here rocking their name on your name, sir? That's a little too much for me. I'm sorry. That's a little much. But yeah, man, CD is him. He smashed your whole division too. The corners that y'all hold in the high regard, CD cooked them. Jay Alexander, he had a field day on the boy. Bradbury put him on the poster. You know what I'm saying? He spent on the boy. The Giants corner, he got dead wrong. Did the Westbrook on him, told him he was too small. He just smashed the whole division last year. And he had this successful of a year with Cooper Rush being there 5 games. So it could have been even worse with no help. You know what I'm saying? With Noah Brown as wide receiver 2. CeeDee Lamb had that type of year. So when you add all of those things, you take all of that stuff into account. You know what I'm saying? And then you add the fact that you added Brandon Cooks to this team. It might get ugly for these haters. So don't be mad at CD when it's time to get paid, because you got a star. You got to pay your stars, man. It just come with it. You know what I'm saying? It ain't your money. That's all I say.
Yeah, nah, it ain't your money at all. So you shouldn't be tripping about none of that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're talking about playing players that are top 10 in their position. CeeDee Lamb is a top 10 wide receiver. Trevon Diggs is a top 10 corner. Dak Prescott's a top 10 quarterback. Micah Parsons is a top 10 pass rusher. Probably a top 3 defensive player in the damn league. So, you know, we're not talking about playing Rudy Poo guys. We're not talking about, you know, paying Joe Smo or Jimmy Blowjob or whatever the hell y'all talking about. We talk about playing some studs.
Yeah. These are the cash cows. This is why that was the name of this show. These are the Dallas Cowboy cash cows, man. You're gonna have to pay them. You know what I'm saying? They demand a certain amount of money in the market. It is what it is. If you want good players, you got to pay that good money to them. That's how it works. So
exactly.
We did.
So let's look at the market.
Okay, we going to wide receiver market, right?
We're going to the wide receiver market. We ain't talked about my boy Money yet. So this is going to be the last straight up. You know, we know the market. It's going to be a little, touch and go with Micah Parsons. We're going to tell you why. But let's go to the wide receiver market.
Bam. Let's see. Wide receivers. Bam. Okay, here we go. We got Tyreek Hill, number 1. Devontae Adams, number 2. DeAndre Hopkins, number 3. Cooper Kupp, number 4. A.J. Brown, number 5. Stephon Diggs, number 6. DK Metcalf, number 7. Deebo Samuel, number 8. Terry McLaurin, number 9. And DJ Moore, number 10. Now, you can't tell me CeeDee Lamb ain't up in there somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You can't tell me he ain't up in there somewhere. Right.
Especially given the fact, and I love DeAndre Hopkins. You remember we were trying to get him to Dallas.
Yeah.
But at this stage of his career, I would say that CeeDee Lamb right now, this moment in time, is a better wide receiver than DeAndre Hopkins is at this moment. I'm not saying that he has had a better career, but DeAndre Hopkins should be an all-decade player. But, right this moment, at age 31 and CeeDee at age 24, CeeDee is a better overall player. And, if he's getting $27.2 million a year, then CeeDee Lamb needs some money like that.
Yeah, facts. He should be up in that situation somewhere. Now, where you want to put him, we'll have to discuss that. But, I like a lot of these receivers, but some of them like getting a little older, you know what I'm saying? So that'll be something that puts CeeDee over them. And, some of them, like I gave my case yesterday. Terry McLaurin, give me CeeDee Lamb 10 days a week. You know what I'm saying? All that. Give me CeeDee over him easily. CeeDee is a more proven player than DJ Moore as well. You know what I'm saying? So you put him in this top 10. I don't care where you put him, but he belongs. You know what I'm saying? And then according to the market, you're going to have to pay him some decent money up in there. He might not have to reset the market. Maybe. What you think? You think he going to have to reset the market here?
He all pro.
Well, yeah.
So he gonna always have to reset the market. So I don't know if we're gonna give him $31 million, but I know in fully guaranteed money, the most fully guaranteed money is AJ Brown. AJ Brown got $56.4 million guaranteed. You can find a way to give CeeDee Lamb about $59 million fully guaranteed. You know what I'm saying? Like you can reset the market in some of these other areas. Because if I'm not mistaken, Tyreek Hill signed a 4-year deal, $30 million a year. So, unless you're going to give CeeDee Lamb $31 million a year, but you can always either give him $31 million a year, or you can help him reset the market in fully guaranteed money. But either way, you're going to have to do one. But if AJ Brown is worth guaranteeing 56 fully guaranteed, you can give CeeDee Lamb 58 because I think CeeDee Lamb is better.
Facts. And like I said, some of these people they got different situations, but let me know if Devontae Adams gonna change the Raiders' life right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know he's a good player, but you can't do nothing without a good team. You know what I'm saying? So that's gonna be wasted money. He gonna probably be trying to get up out of there in a minute. Watch what I tell you. He might be requesting a trade next year or something. Watch what I tell you. So I don't know, man. You gotta really appreciate what you got, and you gotta pay him. Like Cooper Kupp is an older receiver. This man 30 years old, and that's not old in real life, but as a receiver, that's a little old. You know what I'm saying? Devontae Adams 31, DeAndre Hopkins 31. That's older. That's like basically saying you have more bad. Well, how many years you got left at top tier production? Like, we ain't gonna say they gonna just turn into a bad player, but they don't have a whole lot more years of top tier production ahead of them. That's what that means.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, about 3 at the most.
Yeah, because you looking at all these players, like a lot of them. Mike Evans is 30. Odell Beckham 31. And Keenan Allen 31. So these players are not going to be at their peak for much longer. That's what that means. And once you hit 30 at a receiver, that's kind of older for a receiver these days. You know what I'm saying? Look at people like Chase and them boys. We know Chase super young because he kind of an anomaly. But look at Justin Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb. Like that. Those are the big dogs in the league right now. AJ Brown, 26 years old. You know what I'm saying? That's like the sweet spot. Him and DK Metcalf, 26 years old.
I was finna say Amari Cooper still 28.
29. That's crazy.
He'll be 29 in June, but he got like another full season before he even turned 30.
And we dropped the bag, man. We dropped the bag. That's crazy. We had a young, good player, and we just let him go. We hit the Erykah Badu. That was a bad idea, man. Because this man, like you said, this man played the whole season last year and still ain't 30. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy.
Yep. So yeah, and he finna and listen, Amari is closing in on the 10,000 yard mark. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna have easily over 10,000 yards before he retires. So you could say that's a very good, productive career for a wide receiver.
Then when you think about it, if you was gonna trade for Brandon Cooks, you should have just paid Amari Cooper. See what I'm saying? Like, you should have just went ahead and kept Amari Cooper. Because you gave up draft capital and you had to still pay Brandon Cooks. Where does Cooks fall on this line? I don't see him, though. Let me see.
Brandon Cooks is not super paid like that.
Well, yeah, not like that. But you still had to pay him. Let's see. Where Coop at?
I see Brandon Cooks.
Yeah, he right here. He right here. He getting $20 million. So
$10 million a year. Oh yeah, that's the deal.
Yeah. So where is Cooper again? Okay.
Cooper's up there.
Yeah, he getting paid way more. So okay, that's the logic. You already know who did that deal right there. You know who did that deal.
Shut down.
That's a discount. You know that was a $1 Bill Jones special right there. You already know that. So that it makes sense when you look at the money, and you know that's what Stephen Jones paying attention to, right?
Mm-hmm. I definitely agree.
So now we can move on to Mr. Micah Parsons, right? We did everybody. Now it's time to talk about Micah Parsons.
The lion.
The lion back.
The lion.
Absolutely.
Man.
Yeah. So let's see. It ain't much we got to say about him. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's easily one of the best pass rushers in the league. I feel like he's the best defensive player in the league. I do. I'm sorry. I could be wrong, but that's the way I feel. And he got a lot of numbers to prove it. He's the most versatile. He wins more than anybody. He ain't even getting no help from the interior defensive line for real. He's still killing people, making more sacks than everybody. Now, I feel like this year is the year. He already said that in his opinion, he was learning the first 2 years, and now he said now this gonna be the year. So what you think about that?
Man, listen. This man has made back-to-back All-Pro teams. This man had the most sacks of any Dallas Cowboy player to start their careers. He has more sacks in his first 2 years than DeMarcus Ware. And we know DeMarcus Ware ended up being our all-time sack leader.
Facts.
So, like, he is on a trajectory that no other defensive player for the Dallas Cowboys has been on. So, when you just talk about that and you discuss if he's deserving, it's no question that he's deserving. He always finishes in the top in Defensive Player of the Year voting. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's one of the best players under 25 as voted by his peers. So, realistically, we're just talking about overall talent. He might be the most talented player on your team.
Facts. Hey, I usually do this like this. Okay, if your life depended on it and you needed the best player on your team, who would you say it is? And y'all know how big I am on that. It's gonna be Micah for me. Like, just being real like that. When you put your life on the line, you got to move all the BS out the way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
see, this is the thing, because Micah Parsons is a top 3 defensive player. I think Dak Prescott is a top 10, maybe a top 6 quarterback. But 3 is still bigger than 6. Right?
Yeah.
So like, in terms of defensive players, Micah Parsons is still a better defensive player than Dak Prescott is a quarterback.
So he's the best player on the team. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though Zach up there too, but Micah the best player on the team to me. And then he's just scratching the surface. I feel like that's the scary part about it. He ain't done yet. He's just beginning.
Mm-hmm. So this is what I'm talking about. Like, we don't have to spend time convincing them to pay Micah Parsons. Everybody and their mama believes that Micah Parsons is a good player. So we're just gonna go ahead and talk about the market, what he deserves, and then the triple cross that the Dallas Cowboys might try to play on him.
Okay, we'll check out the market then. Let's see.
So let's just pull up edge rushers, right? Let's just do edge.
Okay.
Let's see.
Do they got a position for edge, or they just? Oh, they do.
It's right there.
Yeah.
I already got it pulled up.
Okay. Edge rushers. And look, it's a crime that that Micah, we know Micah name ain't gonna be on here. Cause he's a rookie. He's on a rookie deal. Basically. But good grief. I know these people would take Micah Parsons. You know what I'm saying? Dante foul on this thing, man. Come on. Before you see Micah Parsons. Wait a minute. Sam Williams couldn't be ahead of him. Let me see.
DeMarcus Ware.
Well, they probably got Mike as a linebacker. Like they on that goofy stuff, bro. Watch. They got Mike as a linebacker. I feel it. Yep. They got Mike as a linebacker, man.
And that's why I said we're going to talk about what he actually deserves. And then we're going to talk about how they're going to try to finesse this boy when it comes down to the overall money real quick.
It's coming. Yeah. And you seen, that's one thing Stephen Jones came right out and said, it don't matter what position he plays. Like, that doesn't matter. Yeah, it matters. Because look at this. Linebacker money and edge rusher money is different.
A lot different.
You know what I'm saying? It is different. It's a whole different category. And then not only is that the truth, Micah Parsons way down here at money. And he was a first round pick. And he's still grossly underpaid. You know what I'm saying? With you being a top 5 player in the league, I think he is a top 5 player in the league. Like, I know I might be higher on him than a lot of other people, but you know, I'm talking about add the quarterbacks and everything. Like, Micah up there, bro, to me.
Easily a top 5 player, man. You know, I think he probably like one of the 2 or 3 best defensive players in the National Football League. Probably got robbed of the Defensive Player of the Year award last year.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? But that's neither here nor there. So when you just look at the difference in between money, there are 7 edge rushers making $20 million or more, and there is 1 linebacker making at least $20 million. So that tells you, you know, like how that position is overall value.
1, and that's Roquan, and he got a new contract. He just got that. That's crazy. It's a difference. So now we see that it ain't nobody making that much money as a linebacker. So we understand where Micah Parsons is at. He's making $17 million over the whole contract. And hold on, where he went again? Okay, yeah, over the whole contract he making $17 million. And that's $4 million annually. That's $4 million annually, right?
I believe so.
Okay, yeah, that's he make that a year, so $4 million a year. So now we need to go back to the position he actually plays, edge rusher. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the linebacker shit ain't gonna fly.
Yeah,
they try to do that man like that, like he might sue.
We ain't playing with them, bro. We know what Mike is. We know what he has 700 plus snaps at. He's an edge rusher. So now when we talking about edge rusher money, you see how many 20s in that thing and 17s in that thing. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a ton of guys making great money as an edge rusher. They're damn near wide receiver money.
Facts. So you look at that. Where does Micah Parsons land in this? Like, this is easy. This is easy. I give TJ Watt his respect and Bosa. Yeah. I ain't gonna say he worse than them, but if you said that, I wouldn't fight you. That's all I'm saying.
But TJ Watt is going to be 30. Joey Bosa going to be 29. Micah Parsons is like 25 or under. So you know, like he gonna need a fresh ass contract.
Oh my God, you just killed it with that. That's crazy. Myles Garrett, he like that too, but this boy 28. How old Micah Parsons is?
24, 25. Let me look. Let me double check. Because Micah Parsons got a lot of
he got a lot of football left in front of him.
Micah Parsons is 23.
Oh my God.
Micah Parsons will not even be 24 until the end of this month. Micah Parsons' birthday on the 26th of this month.
This dude 23?
23 finna be 24. So, you know, like he has way more time, to play than these other guys.
You know how much great football this man got ahead of him. We blessed, y'all. So don't take that as okay. We gotta pay him. We gotta pay him. Micah, one of the few people you gotta say we get to pay him. That's how I think you should be viewing this. We get to pay Micah. This dude is that good, and he is only 23 years old, and this probably the worst he gonna be. You see what I'm saying? Until he start getting older and his body breaking down, this is the worst Micah Parsons you'll see.
Man.
And that's scary hours. So I think we did a good job at talking about this stuff, man. When we considering Micah, Dak, CeeDee Lamb, these top players in the league, Trevon Diggs. Come on now. We don't have to discuss this too much longer. These boys are going to break the bank. So you might as well be ready for it. That's all we telling y'all. And rightfully so. You know what I'm saying? They should break the bank. That's what the case was. They gonna break the bank, and they should. And if we don't break the bank with them, we're gonna lose. They're gonna leave. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Unless you plan on tagging Micah Parsons, will still be stupid. Because you'll come out better just getting a long-term contract done. We already did the numbers on this.
Facts. We gave it to you. So, you know what I'm saying? I think we did a good illustration on letting y'all see that these cash cows are coming down the pipeline. So, you know, do y'all think we need to give Stephen Jones just a tad bit of grace? Because we know we got to pay this much money? You know what I'm saying? When he get to talking cheap, do you think we should give him a small ounce of grace?
Nah, because he wasn't talking cheap. He said he ain't concerned about getting our players paid. So he came out with that kind of energy. I expect him to deliver on that.
He gotta stand on that.
Yeah, you gotta stand on that shit now. You done said it. You can't unring that bell, my boy.
Yeah, that's what's up. But I think we did good, man. We finna get ready to get up out of here in a second. But I guess this the first time ever we gotta vote somebody powers away. That's crazy. You can't be on a Cowboy channel with your name 49er, bro, and you just dogging the quarterback. Like, it's only so much you can take. So let's see what the poll results are. Let's see what the poll results are before we get up out of here, man. I hate to have to come to this. This is a mafia, so we have to do sit downs, right? You know what I'm saying? I had to have a sit down with the community to see what they thought about it. Okay. Should Mr. Ultra Cowboy lose his mind for coming in here with another team's name? I think that's a bit much.
Oh, so what's that Ultra Cowboy? You can tell by
the picture. I know. Yeah, and then he got a wrench. It ain't many trolls coming in here with a wrench. So should he lose his mind for having another team's name? The poll results say 91%. It ain't number 33 votes though. Y'all better get them votes up. You think that's fair? It's 55.
Whack.
It's 55 people, man. We need more votes than that.
Whack cuz.
They say get them out of here. Here up. Good grief, man. Y'all gonna make me do this. I wanted to have a sit down with them. I try to be fair, but you coming here with 49ers on your name, bro. We ain't allowing that in the trap. I'm sorry. Trap. That's reserved only for the real 49er fans. And you can't be claiming DC4L when you got another team on your name. I'm sorry, sir. So, let's see. Where is he? You got to go. Yeah. You ain't getting banned, but your wrench got to go. So, I hate it. But I think that was a bit too much. Let me see. Where is he? Y'all done ran him out already? Oh, there you go. So, yeah, he's been clipped from the mod. You're not a part of the mod mafia no more, bro. You went too far. So that's that. You still welcome to the channel. We ain't gonna ban you nothing like that unless you get a little unruly. But that was too much. So it is what it is, man. Let the people know where to find you at, Mr. HTM.
Yeah, man, it's your boy Henny the Moore reporting live from the liquor store. Hey, landlord, I appreciate you for showing love and bringing me over here.
Absolutely.
Had a good time this fine Saturday afternoon. And I always tell my folks in the liquor store to drink and drive responsibly. But if you see an Eagles fan in the middle of the road, you got my permission to run they goofy ass over.
Facts. Let's get it. And y'all know I go by Landlord from Alabama. Your plug for everything about America's team, a.k.a.
It's me, I'm him, I'm not them. I'm him Jones, I'm him Duncan.
And y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. And like I say, 1K, 1 love, Cowboys Nation. Let's go, man. Let them get it. I appreciate you coming down to the trap. We trapping in the liquor store today. You understand?
Hey, anytime, man. I appreciate the love, my brother.
Let's get it. Y'all make sure y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day, man. Y'all hit that like and share. Please share the content, please. We appreciate you. Let's get it. We had somebody in the trap wearing a wire. Good grief. we had somebody in the trap wearing a wire. He had to get clipped. But y'all know, man, like I say, 1K, 1 love, Cowboys Nation. Let's go.